We already mentioned that the term reaction means a change. A chemical reaction is a change where at least one new chemical is formed. What are some examples of chemical reactions in our everyday life? Burning, also known as combustion, rusting, or the oxidation of iron, cooking, decomposition, and most explosions are chemical reactions. A useful way to discuss chemical reactions is a chemical equation. In a chemical equation, chemicals are expressed as their chemical formulas. Often their state is indicated with an S, L, or G in parentheses. An arrow indicates the change, whether before or after, and the chemicals on the left of the arrow are known as reactants, since they react, and the chemicals on the right of the arrow are known as products, since they are produced. Here is an example of a chemical equation supplemented by a color-coded molecular model above it. Looking at the chemical equation, we have a symbol of capital C, which stands for carbon, with an S in parentheses directly after it. Next, we have the plus symbol, which is always used to separate chemical formulas on either side of the arrow. Then we have the symbol or the formula for oxygen, capital O subscript 2, and in parentheses G. In other words, solid carbon reacts with gaseous oxygen. These are the reactants. And then this arrow has heat written over it, which often, if there is a necessary condition for a reaction to occur, it can be written above the arrow. And then on the right-hand side of the arrow, we have the formula for carbon dioxide, capital C, capital O, subscript 2, and in parentheses G. And this is the product of our chemical reaction. Above the chemical formulas, we have our model. Above C is a black sphere, which represents an atom of carbon. Above the chemical formula for oxygen, we have two red spheres stuck together, which is a model of molecular oxygen. And on the right of the arrow, we have a red sphere connected to a black sphere connected to a red sphere, which is a molecular model of carbon dioxide. In chemistry, a black sphere always represents a carbon atom, while a red sphere always represents an oxygen atom. Going back to our chemical equation, we notice that on either side of the arrow, there are different chemical formulas, which means this is a chemical reaction since a new chemical has formed.